Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to today's episode. I'm here with another top 5 video for you guys. This time we're going to cover the top 5 sport bike accessories that you actually use. We'll go over a couple of different things, so stay tuned until the end of the video. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I like to talk about safety first. But these are the top 5 things that I have personally used and found useful on my sport bike over the last few years. So let's start off with number 1. And no, one is a rear paddock stand bobbin kit. Now, this is something that I wish I had gotten sooner because it allows you to put your bike up on a rear stand. And doing so allows you to do a lot of different things. It allows you to do basic maintenance like chain cleaning and lubrication. It also allows you to change a tire. And if you get a tire plug kit, you can patch a tire while you're out on the track or at a race. You can do pretty much anything with your bike being supported by the rear stand. Now, you need to note that these paddock stand bobbin kits usually come with instructions on where to install them, but I do recommend taking them to a shop or having someone experienced help you install them, because on certain bikes, such as the Yamaha R6, the bobbins are installed in place of your passenger pegs, so you need to drill and tap threads into the frame in order to install those. Or in the case of the Kawasaki ZX-10R, or any other bike with a removable passenger seat, you just remove the seat, take out a couple of bolts, and then replace them with the included hardware that comes with the paddock stand bobbin kit. Super easy. Once they're installed though, you'll have access to that rear paddock stand, which will allow you to do a lot of different things. It's an invaluable tool to have not only as a sport bike track day rider, but also for racing. If you ever plan on racing, you need to pick yourself up a rear paddock stand bobbin kit. No, 2 on the list is heated grips. Now, this is something that I recently picked up, and it makes a world of a difference. I never thought I would like them, but after installing them and taking them out on a couple of cool mornings, I can definitely see myself using them every time I ride, unless it's summertime. I live in Southern California, so it doesn't get too cold here. But when it does get below about 55 degrees Fahrenheit or so outside, I always wear gloves. And even with wearing gloves, operating a motorcycle, especially a sport bike, becomes a little more difficult because obviously your hands are not going to be working at full function, as if they were restricted by leather gloves. So having heated grips really does help improve your control and comfort level on a cool morning. Installation varies from bike to bike, but on most sport bikes, you can simply wrap the grip around the throttle and then plug it into a set of wires that usually run up to your bike's battery. On some bikes like the Yamaha R6, there's no wires going to the grip itself. It's all contained within the grip and it plugs right into the socket next to your already existing heated grip wires. Super simple. Either way, it's very easy to install heated grips. So, if you haven't picked up a set yet, I highly recommend it. It makes riding in the cold a lot easier. No, 3 is a tail tidy. Now, most sport bikes when they come from the factory have a huge bulky tail section with a large fender and a big number plate bracket and a bunch of wiring that just sticks out everywhere. Having a tail tidy will clean up your bike's appearance. It also makes it look a lot more aggressive and sporty. A tail tidy is basically a universal fitment license plate bracket that has built-in turn signals and a built-in license plate light. The installation varies from bike to bike, but usually involves removing your existing fender and your number plate bracket and replacing it with the tail tidy. Some bikes require some electrical work as well, especially if you have a separate license plate light and turn signals. But overall, a tail tidy is a great addition to any sport bike. It cleans up the look of the bike, and it also reduces wind resistance, improves aerodynamics. It's a win-win situation. If you haven't picked up a tail tidy yet, I highly recommend it. The 4th item on the list is a zero-gravity double bubble shield. Now, if you own a sport bike, you probably already know what a double bubble shield is. Basically, it replaces your stock windshield with a larger, taller windshield that has 2 different profiles. One is a taller profile and one is a shorter profile. With the taller profile, you get a lot of wind protection, especially on highway rides. And with the shorter profile, you get a lot more wind protection when you're in the full tuck position. This is great for track days because you don't have to worry about getting bucked off your bike if you're going really fast and you retucked all the way in. A double bubble shield is basically like having 2 windshields in one day. And although they aren't cheap, they are definitely worth the investment. They usually come in a variety of colors, and they usually cost anywhere between $150 and $250, depending on the brand and the model. The installation varies from bike to bike, but usually you just remove your existing windscreen. Remove the bolts that hold the windscreen bracket in place, and replace it with the new windscreen bracket that comes with the double bubble windscreen. And then finally, bolt on the new windscreen. It's super easy to install a double bubble windscreen, and like I said before, they come in a variety of different colors to match your bike's color scheme. So if you haven't picked up a double bubble shield yet, I highly recommend it. Finally, we've come to the 5th and final item on our list, and that is an exhaust system. Now, most sport bikes when they come from the factory have really restrictive exhaust systems. They have very large, bulky mufflers that are made out of steel. They also have really restrictive headers and sometimes even catalytic converters. All of these things really restrict the airflow of your bike and limit its performance. Adding an exhaust system will free up horsepower and torque across the entire power band of your bike. It also gives your bike a much more aggressive look and sound. Exhaust systems come in a variety of different materials, including stainless steel, titanium, and carbon fiber. Stainless steel is the least expensive, but it also rusts the easiest. Titanium and carbon fiber are much more expensive, but they also weigh less and they resist heat better. As far as brands go, there are a ton of different brands out there that make exhaust systems. You have Yoshimura, Akrapovic, D&D, Arata. The list goes on and on. There's tons of different brands out there that make great exhaust systems. In terms of style, you can either go with a full system or just a slip-on. A full system will include the headers, the muffler, the mid-pipe, and the catalytic converter. A slip-on, on the other hand, will only replace the muffler and the mid-pipe. It keeps your bike's headers and catalytic converter in place. Overall, adding an exhaust system is a great way to improve your bike's performance and appearance. Just make sure you do your research and you get a quality system from a reputable brand. So that wraps up our list of the top 5 sport bike accessories that you actually use. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you got some good ideas for future mods. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'm always happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you guys back here next time.